Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure for me to share your company today and to address to each of you my warmest greetings as an introduction to this workshop devoted to Biznesa, iespējas, Francijas. Dāmas un kungi, man būtu šodien patiešām liela prieks runāt ar jums latviešu valodā, bet man diemžēl vēl nav pietiekamu zināšanu, tāpēc es turpināšu Šekspīra valodā. Today is indeed an enjoyable occasion to better get to know each other, and I'd like to express my gratitude to Elia and to Swedbank for having so nicely facilitated the organization of our meeting that will, I hope, further strengthen the bilateral trade and investment relationships between Latvian and French entrepreneurs. Dear guests, Latvia's recovery is going well. In a few weeks, your country will join the Eurozone, and the negotiation for your OECD accession has just started last week. Your Prime Minister, Valdis Dombrovskis, was at that occasion in Paris last week. He also met with the French President, Hollande, not that long after his last working visit in the Élysée Palace, that was in April this year. This is to say that our political bilateral relationships is excellent. We're very dense and productive, confident dialogue. Things are taking off in France too, and growth is picking up, thanks, of course, to the improving international situation and to the fact that the euro area crisis is now behind us. But also because of France's resolute commitment to structural reforms, promoting jobs and competitiveness. There's a competitiveness pact, greater labor market flexibility, pension reform, the creation of a very effective public investment bank, and increased trade support for small and medium-sized companies that will be your partners, that are very eager to work in cooperation by importing, exporting, and to get new markets. They are helping France to remain a very extremely attractive destination for foreign investments, whether the pessimists like it or not. As a matter of fact, in 2012, we ranked again number 3 in the world as far as international direct investment is concerned. Dear friends, France is a land of opportunities, and this is also true for Latvian business people, even if your traditional reflex is still primarily to address your neighboring markets, because you know the Scandinavian market, you know the Baltic markets, you know Russia, and a little bit Germany. And traditions are very important in the way you envisage cooperation when you want to export. I mean by that it is not a traditional way of thinking to address the French market. But have in mind that France is a wealthy, mature, reliable market with a high-level profile of buying power and a huge investment volume, reflecting the mere fact that my country is the 5th richest economy in the world, in the planet. When one talks about business today, it has become quite a cliché to mention the golden promises of the new emerging markets. You know, one talks about China, Russia, Brazil, India as an El Dorado, and where you should focus your efforts. One should, however, not lose the principle of reality and bear in mind what the reality is like. Have a look at Germany's foreign trade indicators. I was just mentioning that to Mrs. Gulber. If you look at the exports of Germany to France, it is superior in the volume to the total cumulated German exports to China, plus Russia, plus India, plus Brazil. So this is to show you that there is really business to be done there. You know, you have rich people You have a developing country with growth, which is back, which is 2.5 hours away from Riga, with 2 flights a day to Paris, and also almost one flight a day to Nice in the south of France. So this is easy and profitable to make business there. The market, if you look at the current global growth dynamics, is in favor of the developed economies. There were some figures, maybe you had to look at them, issued yesterday or the day before yesterday by the IMF and OECD, and showing projections for 2014, 2015 for advanced economies. GDP projection growth for 2014, for instance, if you look at Brazil, is 2.5%. If you look at Russia, it's 3%, but only 1.5% this year. Okay, it's slightly better than France, which is 1.1%, or Germany, which will be 1.4% last year, the projections, but not that much. And if you make the calculation, because that's on the basis of the size of the market, the GDP gap will increase in favor of our countries. It means for your business, if you want to make money, if you want to have a profitable long-term investment or trade relationships, this is the nice place to be. Dear friends, I'd like this morning to convey to you a message of confidence in our two countries and in the potential of the economic relationship between Latvia and France. Today's workshop is thus an opportunity for me to thank again the brilliant team of LER. I have in particular in mind the director, Mr. Andris Ozals, of course, and our guest today, Mrs. Solveta Gulbe, who is a perfect French-speaking professional, very eager to start her new work in Paris, a new posting in a few weeks. We're very happy about this key position, chère Madame Gulbe. We wish you all the success, and I think it will help all of us to foster our plans. I'm pretty sure about that. I conclude my words by lending my encouragement to all those people who help make Latvia dynamic and raise its economical profile in Europe, but also by proposing to you an ambitious goal to increase France's economic reach in Latvia. I therefore invite all of you to participate in the upcoming Latvian-French Economic Forum that will take place in Riga on the 9th of May 2014 under the patronage of the Prime Minister of France and the Prime Minister Dombrovskis of Latvia, with the aim of stimulating hundreds of mutually profitable business partnerships and friendships as well. Merci beaucoup. Jums liels paldies.